We started talking about chapter 2, lesson 6, which is the chain rule. And we said that if we have complicated functions and we want to find the derivation of this function, we will use something we called it, or theorem, we called it the chain rule. We solve these examples. Let's remind this chain rule. As an example, if you have a x cubed if you have as an example an x cubic minus 3x squared plus 2x and it's raised to the power 24. First of all, we say that I will do it in many ways. The first way, I will suppose that this is u. I say, so if u is x cubic minus 3x squared plus 2x. And then, since I supposed that this is u, so y it will be u raised to the power 24. After I suppose what is u and what is y, I will now say I will find du to dx and dy to du. I will find the derivation of du in respect with x and dy in respect with u. So du to dx, it will be 3x squared minus 6x plus 2. And the derivation of y with respect to u, it will be 24u to the power 23. Then after that, I remembered that the chain rule is du, or dy, sorry, over du times du over dx. Yes. Now what is dy over du? dy over du, it will be 24u to the power 23 times du over dx, it's 3x squared minus 6x plus 2. Now then, here I said it is du, I need it with respect to x. So I need now to evaluate u. So I will say it's 24. Then instead of writing u, I will write
x cubic minus
this one.
3x squared plus 2x.
Yes, x cubic minus 3x squared plus 2x raised to the power 23 times 3x squared minus 6x plus 2. This is the chain rule that we talked about it yesterday. Now there's another way. This way, we said it's the derivative of, if we have f of g of x, like sine x cubic, or sine x squared minus 1, or x squared minus 4 raised to the power 23. I want to find its derivation. I will say it is the derivative of the outside function times the derivative of the inside function. The way here that if you have f of g of x, you will find the derivation of f of x. You say f prime and you will keep g of x times the derivation of the second function of the inside function, sorry, which is g prime of x. This is an alternative way to find the chain, or to find a complicated one. Let's do this one here. Example 1. Find dy over dx if y is cosine x cubic. So here now we have a y equal cosine x cubic. Now let's find it by the alternative chain rule. Here now, the first step, they told me that you have to find, if you have y, you will have its f of g of x, as you see here. You have to find the derivative of outside times the derivative of inside. Now, where's the outside? This will be
cosine.
the outside. And this will be the inside. So, now what is the derivative of the outside? I mean, what is the derivative of cosine?
Negative sign.
Negative sine and keep the x cubic. Negative sine x cubic. Then times the derivation of inside. What's the derivation of the inside here?
3x squared.
3x squared. So I will say its derivation is negative 3x squared sine x cubic. This is an alternative way of chain rule. If you want now you find it using the u, let's do it like we said that y is cosine x cubic. So let's imagine that this is u. So we will say now if u is cosine cubic of x, sorry. If u is x cubic, so du over dx, it will be 3x squared. And since we suppose that x cubic is u, so y, it will be cosine u, then dy to du is negative sine u. Then I will put it as negative sine u times 3x squared. Then negative sine, I will suppose, or I will, evaluate u with x cubic times 3x squared. So we get the same answer. This is by u and this is by the. Now, according to me, if I have cosine, sine, and they have a function inside it, I prefer this way. But if I have a functions like x cubic minus 2x raised to the power 25, I prefer this way. But easier, it will be this one. This is the easier one. Let's have another examples now. Let's do this one here. Find dy over dx of sine 2x. So y here is sine 2x. I need to find dy or the derivation in respect to x. So dy over dx. Here, as you see, we have a complicated one. So what did we do? I will find the derivation, as we said, I will find the derivation of the outside. So what is the derivation of the outside? What is the derivation of sine? It will be cosine.
Cosine.
2x. You must write, he told me that the rule here. So it is, I will find the derivation of sine, which is cosine, and don't forget to write the 2x because the rule is the derivation of the outside included the inside times the derivation of the inside. So cosine 2x times. I will then now find the derivation of the inside. What is the derivation of the inside of the 2x?
2.
It's 2.
2.
So here it will be 2 cosine 2x. This is the derivation of y equals sine 2x. Let's do now b.
Teacher, can we multiply the two? So it will be cosine 4x.
No. This is like angle. This is like this.
Okay.
And you have to find cosine 90. 0 divide multiply by 2, or as an example, sine 90 is 1 times 2. So it's different. Now here b, d over dx. I want to find the derivation of tan x squared plus 1. So the first step now, I have to find the derivation of the outside. What's the derivation of the outside? What is the derivation of tan?
Secant squared.
Secant squared.
Secant squared, thank you. Secant squared of x squared plus 1 times, this is the first step. Then the second step, I will find the derivation of the included one. What's the derivation of the included one? The x squared plus 1?
2x.
2x, yes. So the derivation here, it will be 2x secant squared x squared plus 1. Is it clear? Yes, grade 11, is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Let's do now C. And see here, if y equal square root of x cubic plus cosecant x, find dy over dx. Here now, this function, it's like x cubic plus cosecant x raised to the power half. So the first step, I want you, if you want to use the alternative way, this we said the derivation of the outside times the derivation of the inside. Now, what is the derivation of the outside here? Where's the outside? The outside, I mean half, but this half is raised to the power something. And like u raised to the power something. So what's the derivation it will be?
Half u to the power of negative half.
Yes, but here now I will not write u, I will write the function as it is. Half x cubic plus cosecant x raised to the power negative half. I will suppose that here the function is raised to something. So I will say that in my mind, like it is u. So it is u raised to the power half. So it is half u raised to the power negative half. Then after I wrote u, I will replace it with x cubic plus cosecant x. Then after that, I will find the derivation of the inside, which is 3x squared time plus, what is the derivation of cosecant? Negative. Cosine?
Cosecant.
Negative cosecant, yes. So this will be now the answer. This is, if you have it like function raised to the power something. This is using the alternative way. Is it clear? I want now to solve it by u. Is it clear?
Yes.
So which is, did you see
Yes.
easier? The alternative way or the u way?
Alternative.
You will.
Let's do D now. In D here, y is x squared minus x plus 2 raised to the power 3 over 4. Now, I want to find dy over dx. The first step, I will find the derivation of the outside. What is the outside? 3 over 4
Over
times my function x squared minus x plus 2 raised to the power what?
3 over 4 minus 1.
Thank you. 3 over 4 minus 1. Okay? Here, this is the function. It's like here. It's like u raised to the power 3 over 4. Then since it is u raised to the power 3 over 4, I will say it's a 3 over 4 u raised to the power 3 over 4 minus 1. Then this 3 over 4, this x u, I will replace it with my function that I supposed in my mind. So it comes like 3 over 4 x squared minus x plus 2 raised to the power 3 over 4 minus 1 times the inside. What is the derivation of the inside here?
2x
minus
1.
2x minus 1. Thank you. So it like should be like 3 over 4, 2x minus 1 times x squared minus x plus 2 raised to the power 1 over 4. How did you find the alternative way? Is it easier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want me to use this way? Both of them, you'll get the same answer. Okay? You can use any way you prefer. Let's do now E. Yes.
Teacher, from where did we bring 2x minus 1?
The derivation of this one. Derivation of inside.
Okay.
2x minus 1. Now let's do E. If y is 1 plus x raised to the power 5 cotan x, then it's raised to the power negative 8. Look at this one here. We have a 1 and it's added to the product of x to the power 5 times cotan x, and all of them is raised to the power negative 8. Let's do it now. dy, so dy over dx is, I will put this negative 8 times, I will keep the function as it is. Done? I will take the exponents times this function. Then this function, I will raise it to the power negative 8 minus 1. This is the way how I find the derivation of the outside. Then I will find now the derivation of the inside. To find now the derivation of the inside here, let's find the derivation of this one. The derivation of 1 is 0 plus. Here it's a product.
5x.
So
5x to the power 4.
So the first step, yes, I will say it is product. So let's see, this is F and this is G. So F prime times G plus G prime. What is the derivation of cotan?
Negative cosecant squared.
Thank you. Negative cosecant squared x. G prime times f of x. Okay, here you have x raised to the power 5 times cotan. It's like f times g. So its derivative, it will be f prime g plus g prime f. So f prime, it is 5x raised to the power 4 times g, which is cotan x, plus g prime, which is the derivation of cotan, which is negative cosecant, times f, which is x raised to the power 5. This is the derivation of the inside. I finished now. Let's now resimplify it. It's negative 8, 1 plus x raised to the power 5 cotan x raised to the power negative 9 times 5x raised to the power 4 cotan x minus x raised to the power 5 cosecant squared x. This is how can you find the derivation of this one. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now here, number 15. Number 15 now. Sine 1 over x squared, or can write it as x raised to the power negative 2. I want now to find dy over dx, or f prime of x. Here now, as we said, we can say it is the derivation of the outside times the derivation of the inside. Now, what is the derivation of the outside? Or what is the outside function first? It is sine. What's the derivation of sine?
Cosine.
It will be cosine. Cosine x raised to the power negative 2. This is the derivation of the outside. Then I'll multiply it now by the derivation of the inside. Where's the inside? It is x raised to the power negative 2. So what the derivation of the inside will be?
Negative 2x to the power negative 3.
Thank you. It will be negative 2x raised to the power negative 3. Let's simplify it now. It will be negative 2 cosine 1 over x squared over x cubic. This will be now the simplified function for it. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Do you have any question before I go to 16? Yes, do you have any question?
No.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay. Now number 16. F of x equal tan x raised to the power half. I think it's had the same idea, so let's go to 17. In 17 here, we have f of x equal 4 cosine raised to the power 5 of x. Look here. Here we have 4 cosine raised to the power 5 of x. So this function is like this. It's like 4 cosine x and then cosine x raised to the power 5. I can write it like this. Since I can now write it like this, it's like 4 times u raised to the power 5. So f prime of x, it will be 4. Then the outside here is function raised to the exponent or raised to the power 5. There's a function raised to the exponent. So I will write 4. Then times 5 cosine x and then cosine x raised to the power 5 minus 1. So it is 5. It is like 5 or u raised to the power 5, which is 5u raised to the power 4. And then, since I suppose that u is cosine, I will replace it now here as cosine as it is. Then times the derivation of the cosine, the inside. What's the derivation of the inside function will be? Negative sine x. So the derivation will be 4 times 5 is 20 times negative 1. So it's negative 20 sine x cosine x raised to the power 4. That's it. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's do now number 18. In number 18 here, f of x equal 4x plus 5 sine raised to the power 4 of x. So f prime of x, what is the derivation of the first function of 4x? Is it 4?
4.
Plus. This one here, as I told you, I can write it as 5 sine x and this sine x raised to the power 4. So let's find now its derivation. It is 5 and so I suppose that this is u. So I will say it is 5 times u or the function that I suppose it, sine x, and then raised to the power 4 minus 1. And here I have to multiply by 3. So it's a 3, by 4. It's 4 sine x raised to the power 3. Then times the derivation of sine. What is the derivation of sine? It's cosine x. Yes. So f prime of x will be 4 plus 5 times 4 is 20. So I will say it's 20 sine cubic x times cosine x. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any
teacher.
question?